Hey feasters, and welcome to episode 238. Ever have a client late on a payment? Sure you have. Well, this episode is going to tell you exactly how to handle that scenario each and every single time. Welcome to the Ask Rezzz podcast. I'm Jason, and I'm here to help you get past those bumps in the road, those struggles, those things that hold you back from building an amazing and profitable freelance business each and every single day. Before I jump into this episode, because I think this is going to be a big one for you, I would love for you, if you got any value out of this episode or any of the past episodes, or future ones for that matter, head on over to rezzz.com/iTunes and go ahead and leave a rating and review. As you can imagine, producing a daily show is time consuming, and I want to be sure that you are getting value from what I do each and every single day. Reading those reviews really is the highlight of my day and really gets me amped up to do more and more. So head on over to rezzz.com and take 30 seconds and drop in an honest rating and review. I was talking with my new neighbor over the summer about cutting the grass of all things because he saw me out there cutting grass with my brand new battery-powered mower. And he shared this with me. If you're looking for a landscaper, I'd be happy to give you my guy's number. He's a bit expensive, but I haven't paid him in 14 months, and he's still showing up every single week. Now, whether that's the fault of my neighbor or the landscaper, in the end, the landscaper is sending the wrong message here. Now, before this happens to you, before it gets to 14 months, let's see if we can nip this in the bud as quickly as possible, shall we? Now, the first time it happens, let's give it the benefit of the doubt. I mean, this is obvious for some, yet not so much for others, and emotion plays a part in here. When a client is late, it's not often malicious or with bad intentions. It's often more like they saw the notification, got busy, and it slipped their minds. Or if you're taking recurring payments through a credit card and the card fails, it's often due to that card being expired. The point I'm trying to convey here is that you want to remove your emotion from the equation at this very early stage. Because when you come at it with the perspective of that it's likely a mistake, you won't be as fired up, you won't come off as being aggressive, and oftentimes it's just remedied with a simple email asking them for the payment. Now, if the same client happens to do it again, or time, maybe more than usual, then a more in-depth conversation needs to happen. Paul Jarvis, when he was on Living the Feast, and go ahead and check out that episode. It was awesome. He added so much value on keeping things simple when you're a freelance business owner. This was just one portion of that podcast. He shared a time when a client stiffed him of close to $30,000. The mistake was that he continued to do the work, thinking that he would get paid eventually. Much like my neighbor and his landscaper. He shared a great point on the show when he said, "What I was saying to my client was that it's okay to not pay me because the work gets done anyway." You want to have your clients respect the payment structure of your business and the contract of the project. If they miss a payment, work stops. End of story. Simply tell your client, either in a phone conversation or an email, that since payment has not been received, the work will be suspended. Also in that conversation, you want to share potential consequences of this. This could mean a missed launch date, marketing plans disrupted, or something else. If time continues to pass without resolution, let's say for a couple of weeks or so, the conversation should then transition from a payment conversation to an end of project conversation. You want to share with them what that would look like and how, if and when the project does become a priority again, how they could ramp up the project back with you. Over the past decade of being in business for myself, I have never had it go this far. But I have heard cases where this does happen, so you want to cover all of your bases. A client relationship is two-sided. You agreed to provide a service in exchange for being compensated. Don't let time slip away on being compensated because that's the client's side of the agreement. If you do, you're sending your client the wrong message. If you have a question, ask Rezzz. Find me on Twitter @Rezzz or head on over to my website, askrezzz.com, and subscribe to the podcast there. Until next time, it's your time to live in the feast.